What's up, party people, and welcome back to some other folks. For those who don't know, my broadcast was previously interrupted, so I had to start a whole new one. So I apologize to all the people who are watching, and for all the people who are just now watching. We're about to go into white supremacy because I'm tired of seeing our people get fucked up in the streets all the time, and there's nothing adequate that happens to these people. So I'm going to play a short little snippet of this song that I made called Soul. And when I get done playing it, I'm going to explain exactly why I played this song. So please check it out.
Power on again.
I'm the realest person that I know. I trust nobody but that on my soul. I got some exes that I can't let go. I got some demons that I can't let show. Whoa, ooh, for sure, yeah, ooh, for sure, yeah, ooh, for sure, ooh. They wanna read my eulogy. They don't wanna get used to me. They gon' kill the vibe. This is suicide. Reported live what to do with me. I be spitting money blue on my collard green. Last trip, she said she a man when she broken beans. She only had good for me. I am the best of the melanin. Jacob's let it have me suffering. That's why I silent and fuckery. I was been heat, sauce is slippery all on my meat. Stuffing the pavement, I'm using the feet. Why this tip when I creep? Y'all think I'm soft, I ain't making a peep. I'm the realest person that I know. I trust nobody but that on my soul. I got some exes that I can't let go. I got some demons that I can't. So, like I said, that song is Soul. And the reason why I played that is because, like I said earlier, I personally don't trust nobody to have my best interests at hand because I know that if a cop was fucking me up, I might as well just die because the most y'all gonna do is film it and say you was there. Like I watched the video where the people were scared, like they wanted to help the guy, right? But they were too pussy to do anything. Ultimately, they watched this man die. And that's why I played that, because when I say I don't trust nobody to help me in those situations, that's exactly how I feel. Like it's so fucked up. So there's two videos I'm gonna play, and then there's some information I'm gonna display about the cop who did the shit, and then we're gonna go into white supremacy symbols. The symbols that these white supremacists use is some codes. I found some codes. I found what tattoos to look out for, insignias on their cars, all that shit. We're gonna get into it. And it's actually from law enforcement that I found. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. But first, let me show these horrible videos. Yeah, I got to. And for anybody who was already watching, I'm sorry that I gotta resubject you to these videos, but the public has to see it. So I apologize. The first video I'm going to show is George Floyd clearly not resisting the cops, even though, there's always a narrative that they say, oh, he was resisting. Oh, I felt like my life was in danger. Blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. But I'm going to play it.
This video obtained by CBS News shows what appears to be the start of the confrontation between George Floyd and Minneapolis police.
I hope y'all can hear it.
The video from a restaurant security camera shows officers taking him into custody, but the restaurant's owner says it does not show Floyd resisting arrest.
From what I saw on the camera, it didn't really look like he was resisting it.
Now, as y'all can see, he's on the ground. Dude standing over him. You know, superiority complex and all that shit. Gotta flex because he a pussy with weapons and a bunch of other people that's gonna help him. So he think he hard. You dragging the man up. There's no type of resistance at all. Period. And dude looked like he could have easily snatched away from him, but he not. So there's no reason why he should have been ended up on the ground. Like at all. And I'm just reiterating myself from what I said earlier. Now the second video is going to show him literally screaming out for help, begging them not to kill him damn near. And of course they didn't give a fuck. So unfortunately we about to watch another angle of him losing his life.
My face is gone. I can't breathe, man. Please let me stand. Please, I can't breathe.
This pisses me off every time I watch this, man.
First and foremost, I want to give my heartfelt condolences to the decedent and his family members. What occurred last night is certainly very tragic, very sad. When Mayor Fry appointed me as chief of the Minneapolis Police Department, I was very steadfast and strong on what our department vision, values, and our culture change would be moving forward. And one of those pillars is sanctity of life. We know that there are inherent dangers in the profession of policing, but the vast majority of the work we do does never require the use of force. So again, my condolences, deepest condolences to him and his family members. This situation and tragedy last night, I've been obviously up all night and reviewing the information that I have to make the decision that I'm standing before you today with many of the community leaders behind me. Before involved former employees, I've made that decision this afternoon. This is still an ongoing criminal matter that the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension is investigating, as well as our FBI. And so all of our actions, they have an impact, and they certainly can have a consequence. I was very fortunate to hear from many of our community leaders today and how it's impacted our city. And public trust continues, and it must be the cornerstone of how the Minneapolis Police Department is going to build that trust and change our culture. So again, I stand before you in the city of Minneapolis here to say that our deepest condolences. The vast majority of the men and women who proudly put on this uniform each and every day understand the important role and relationship we must have with all of our community members. And when tragedy strikes, it absolutely strikes to the core, and we should all be impacted by this.
Yeah, that sound cute and all. And yeah, put a black face up there to act like you care. But that's bullshit. Like I'm tired of like every time something like that happens, they try to sway and talk like this and try to come. Man, fuck all that, dude. Fuck all that. Like, y'all niggas need, like, what, like, why isn't there psychological testing being done to every police recruit? Like, why isn't there a history background? Why aren't they checking tattoos? Why aren't they checking records? Like, why do all these fucking, like, right, exact. Hold on, let me put that up. They always go and get somebody black to explain shit. Right? We don't want to hear that shit from no coon ass nigga, dog. Because ultimately, he's the uniform. It don't matter what he talking about. He's for the uniform. Like, there should not be. Do it take that much talking for a black man? Do a black man get a press release? Do they say, oh, we're investigating to see if he sold drugs? Oh, we're investigating to see if he stole something. No, the fuck they don't. They snatching niggas' teeth loose. I'm so tired of it. Dude, I am so tired of this, man. That shit is irritating. Here go that man's information. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to tell you to do anything or anything. I'm not suggesting anything, but here go this man's information. Shout out Thick Ass Vegan for sharing this on Instagram. Do what you want with this. But look, because they were smooth. They were smooth. They were straight. Because there was no fear. There was literally no fear of life. That nigga was comfortable. He was straight. Like you would have thought that that nigga, you know how like when you like gotta work hard on something on the floor and you put a fucking pillow under your knee? That's how he treated that man's neck. And okay, they got fired, but so what? He needs to be he needs to be publicly executed just like he publicly executed that man. Anything short of that means nothing to me, period. Like, there has to be some type of consequence or they're just going to keep doing it over and over again. And I'm really pissed off because every black man walk outside with that fear that it's going to be them next. And we shouldn't have to live like that, period. It don't matter how we dress. It don't matter how we talk, how we look, what we do, whether we are criminals or not. They fucking us up, period. They don't give a fuck. So I don't get what is it gonna take? We don't even take ourselves serious enough to give a fuck about this shit. Like that's the sad part about it. That's the sad part. We're going to turn this shit into a hashtag. And then that's it. And then we're going to wait until the next motherfucker get killed. Like literally, I was saying on Facebook, this pandemic ain't stopped shit. This pandemic did not stop these white supremacist fuckers from killing us. It's really been open season. Like they evil don't take no breaks. Evil don't stop. Like they just keep going, and we just keep taking the shit. And I'm not understanding why when they realized that he was dying, why they didn't just say fuck it and swing on that nigga to get him the fuck off his neck. I'm not understanding, and I'm getting pissed off because I'm getting pissed off because I'm a black man myself. And that could be me. That's each and every. That's your uncle. That's your daddy. That's your cousin. That's your brother. Right there. That could be any black man, period. And all they gonna do is fucking watch you die. This man was crying out for them to please just let him stand up. And he was already handcuffed. Excuse me, I'm really getting pissed off. Like, that shit is sad, dog. That shit is sad. And like, I get it. I get it that people are scared, but fuck it, dude, because you're going to die regardless. You want to die in your knees or you want to die swinging, because either way, they trying to kill you. Either way, you're a target. So what you want to do? You want to die begging for your life? Like, that's crazy. We literally don't know our laws. It's okay to fight back if a police officer is criminally attacking you. it is okay to fight back. It is something called citizen's arrest, where they literally could have fucked that nigga up and put him in handcuffs and got him sent to jail. But no, y'all want to film and ask and beg them to stop killing that man. And he clearly didn't give a fuck. He clearly was a soulless bastard, and y'all literally watched this man get murdered. After we was just saying, oh, let's jog. After we just got done talking about, oh, let's jog. When are we going to stop doing these fucking dumbass little mini challenges for our dead and start doing something? Like, I'm not calling for violence against nobody, but I'm saying protect your fucking self, protect your people, protect your family. When it's go time, it's go time. Niggas don't pause when it's time to kill each other. That's why I'm not understanding. Niggas super thugs. Like, I literally listen to fuck niggas talk about fucking their own people up all fucking day. But soon as a cop come, soon as a white man come around, y'all pussy. And I'm sorry, y'all some pussy ass niggas, dog. I just don't understand. Y'all so pussy, man. Man, that I'm pissed off, dude. I'm pissed. Like, y'all are so pussy. Like, niggas always trying to jump niggas. Niggas always mugging niggas. Niggas always trying to make you feel uncomfortable in your own neighborhood. But soon as a cop or a white man come up, y'all niggas shaking in y'all boots. Like, why is that? Why do y'all hate yourself so much that y'all won't do shit to them? But soon as a nigga come in your neighborhood that you don't know, now you all in it. Now you on his face. Now you want to shoot him off the block. Now you want to scare him. Now you want to rob him. But when a cop come, you a pussy. You a law-abiding citizen. Like, what the fuck? Like now you want to, now you tiptoeing and shit. Nah, man, come on, man. Man, because I was so mad I fucking cried. People just stood by and watched this man die. Somebody should have fucking went to jail for that man. You preaching to the choir, bro. I completely agree. I completely agree with that sentiment. It ain't no way that shit should have went down like that. Like, I am like emotionally fucked up because, like I said, that can be any one of us. Period. That could be your son. That could be your son, dude. And it's like, it's well known that they're not gonna help. And that's the sad part. Like, that is the saddest part about it. Like, all these silver spoon goons, all these super goonies, all these fucking gang members and shit. Where y'all at when we need y'all though? Yeah, you can scare the average nigga off the block. Yeah, you hard. You can rob a nigga at the corner store, but can you protect your people though? What are you doing for your people? You a soldier when it's convenient. You a soldier when you doing fuck shit. When you selling drugs. When you pimping. When you bullying motherfuckers who defenseless. Then you a soldier. But when your people dying though. When your people dying, what are you for? What are you for? And I promise you, I'm gonna get into the white supremacist symbolism, but I have to say this. Please do not come to me talking about it's not all white people. I do not want to hear that, because whether it's all white people or not, the ones who count are the ones doing the shit. And the ones who don't count ain't doing nothing or ain't doing enough to stop it. So I don't want to hear that shit. I'm tired of especially of black people coming to me talking about we need white people. It's not all white people. I'm so tired of hearing that shit. Because it's not enough. It's not enough white people that care. Because I always say this, and I'm going to move on to the symbols. If everybody is saying it's not all people, then it has to be all of them. You dig what I'm saying? If all people, if every other race keeps saying it's not all of us, then it has to be all of you. Not every single race cannot say that it's not all of us. Man, this wasn't the first time you can look at his face. He knew what he was doing. Public execution. Facts. Facts. It was. It was a public execution. It's, yeah, we still in power. Yeah, look at us, and you can't do shit about it. Ha ha ha. Huh. What the fuck you gonna do about it? That's pretty much his whole face. His whole facial expression was, but do something. I dare you to do something. That man gurgling, that man crying, that man know he about to die. And the dude just sitting there like, but do something though. Man. Man. I don't even know if I want to bring kids into this world at this point. They be have me on FBI Most Wanted. Somebody did my fucking man. All right, man. I'm about to get into it though. What we about to be looking at, and it's kind of hard to read, but I'm gonna do my best. This is from November 9th, 2006. Like I said, they've been knowing this shit for the longest. Why they not doing shit about it? I don't know. But we about to get into it. These are all the known white supremacist groups. So bear with me because it's kind of hard to read from here. But hopefully y'all can see it. American Front. Letters AF integrated into a Celtic cross led by National Chairman James Perezzo. And based in Harrison, Arkansas, AF espouses many ideals that are central to communism, but the group is also anti-Semitic and believes in racial separatism. AF aspires to secure national freedom and social justice for the white people of North America and defeat the forces of the New World Order. The anarchist movement. The most famous of these are Circle A, the black flag, and the red and black flag. The black flag is the symbol of the workers' misery and as an expression of their anger and bitterness. The black flag is the negation of all flags. Thus, the black flag could symbolize the negation of existing society, of all existing states, and so paves the way for a new society, a free one. Black is a mood of anger and outrage at all the hideous crimes against humanity. The black represents libertarian ideas and strikes. The red represents the labor movement. Recently, the red and black flag has become complemented by the green and black flag of eco-anarchism. Today, the Circle Day is one of the most successful images in the whole field of political symbolizing its incredible simplicity and directness led it to become the accepted symbol of the re-strengthened anarchist movement. Now, Aryan Brotherhood. The Aryan Brotherhood, AB, is a white supremacist prison gang. The AB originated in San Quentin prison in 1967. Originally, this gang was established to provide protection for white individuals from black and Hispanic groups. The letters AB or the number 666 representing Satan can often be found written on the leaves of the clover. Other names AB, Alice Baker, Tip, Brand, and Bluebirds. Aryan Nations, Church of Jesus Christ Christian. Fuck y'all. A neo-Nazi Christian identity organization led by the now deceased Richard Butler and based in Hayden Lake, Idaho. Christian identity is a racist religion that teaches that whites, Aryans, are descended from the lost tribes of Israel and are thus God's chosen people. Also, that Jews and descendants of are descendants of Satan, and non-whites are soulless mud peoples. So, for every black Christian, this is what you're promoting because this is what they think of you. The Aryan Fist. a symbol of white power used by used by hate groups who promote their racist agenda as white pride activism. Note, the lariat wreath is a common skinhead symbol stemming from the logo of a line of British clothing that became popular among skinheads. It is the white fist itself that is the symbol of intolerance. A satru, or Odinism, as it's sometimes called. And I knew somebody who was into this shit too, by the way. Simply put, you might think of it as the religion of the Vikings. It means roughly belief in the gods in Old Norse. Asheratu is not inherently racist and is practiced by many New Agers. However, Asatru is being co-opted by racists, particularly young, disaffected, but intelligent skinheads. It appears to be growing and spreading within the white supremacy world. Now, mind you, I'm reading this shit off, so when y'all around and when y'all out and about, check for these niggas' tattoos. Check for these symbols on their cars. Check for the shit on their Facebooks and all that shit. Like, that's why I'm showing this, so we can be prepared and we can be ready, and so we can stop being blindsided so much. Death heads or Totenkopf, symbol of the Nazi Schizostaffel SS. This symbol of SS Totenko, I'm not going to say the whole thing. One of the original three branches of the SS, along with the Allgemeine SS and the Waffen SS, whose purpose was, was to guard the concentration camps. Most of the original members of this organization were later transferred into and became the core of a Waffen SS division, the Death's Head Division. Fourth Reich skins, an allusion to Hitler's Third Reich and to establishing a society ruled by National Socialist ideology. A California-based neo-Nazi skinhead gang active in the early 90s adopted the name, but appears to have largely disbanded after leaders in the gang were arrested and convicted in 1993 for conspiring to commit bombings and murders. In more recent years, Fourth Reich skins have been active in Arizona. So y'all look out for them in Arizona, all my people in Arizona. Symbol of Hammerskin Nation, HFFH. Two cross hammers set on various backgrounds. The many local Hammerskin chapters in the U.S. and abroad are united by an ideology that focuses on white pride and white power music. The hammers are often placed on the background that represents the area where the chapter is located, such as a national flag. HFFH stands for Hammerskins Forever, Forever Hammerskins. KIGY, Klansman, I greet you. Okay, let's break this down. That is commonly used as a shorthand to indicate membership affiliation with the Ku Klux Klan. It is used primarily as a salutation, but often forms the basis for email addresses, webpage addresses, and more. KIGY appears to have originated with the revival of the Ku Klux Klan after 1915 and became a widely used Klan acronym, along with two others that have survived, AKIA for a Klansman I am, and AYAK, AYAK, for Are You a Klansman? Although the second Ku Klux Klan did not survive, much of its terminology and many of its rituals did, and later Klan groups freely used them. This bullshit got me this bullshit getting me hot. Symbol of the Ku Klux Klan, we all know, cross in a circle with the blood drip in the center. According to the Klan, the blood drop represents the blood shed by Jesus Christ as a sacrifice for the white Aryan race. So once again, black people, stop worshiping that bullshit. It's racist as fuck. It teaches you to hate yourself. It teaches white people to have a superiority complex over you. Leave it alone. Let it go. The KKK originated as a secret society organized in the South after the American Civil War to reassert white supremacy through terrorism and intimidation. Now, when I saw this earlier, I was thinking about the peace sign. Could you see this? That's kind of like the peace sign, except the peace sign's little lines is further down. But I digress. I think it's the same shit. Uh, Life rune, symbol of the National Alliance, known as Yggdrasil, or however the fuck you say that, a symbol in Norse mythology, a character from the runic alphabet, which signify life, creation, birth, rebirth, and renewal, used by the Nazis on the graves of SS soldiers. Excuse me, signifying the soldier's date of birth, while the death rune, an upside down life rune, was used to signify date of death. It employed to detonate giver of life. Denote giver of life in relation to women in the white supremacist movement. Now, nationalist movement. It's so many pages of this shit, but I feel like it's important because we need to know this shit. Hands down, we need to know this shit. And please spread this as far as you can so our people know what to look out for. Nationalist movement. Cross star, also known as Hungarian arrow cross. Historically used by Hungarian ultra nationalists, the cross star in red, white, and blue, is the official symbol of this white supremacist, anti-immigrant, anti-gay organization whose members claim to assert alliance to democratic pro-government ideals. The group operates out of Mississippi, and its current first officer of record is Richard Barrett. National Association for the Advance of White People, NAAWP. That's funny. Symbol description: tiger surrounded by the group's name. This is a self-proclaimed civil rights organization for white people, founded by former Klan leader David Duke and currently led by Ray Thomas in Tampa, Florida. Man, that shit is like crazy. Nazi lowriders. The initials NLR combined with Nazi symbols and icons, including eagles, swastikas, and skulls, provide the backdrop for this tattoo. The street and prison gang dates back to the late 1970s in the California Youth Authority and has ties to the Aryan Brotherhood. It exploded in membership in the 90s. Members are involved in the drug trade. White supremacist ideology is a strong part of the gang's character. I'm gonna slide past this because Black Panther Party is not a fucking racist group. They don't even fucking protect us the way that they should. So I'm gonna slide past that because they on bullshit as well. And they need to step up. If they really gonna be our protectors and be patrolling our streets, they really need to be doing that shit instead of just talking and wearing nice looking outfits and fucking chanting bullshit to us all fucking day. Norse rune. The rune expresses faith in the pagan religion of Odinism and was originally a symbol of the Vikings. While not by nature a racist religion, Odinism is popular among white supremacists because its Old Norse origins are seen as representative of Aryan heritage and cultural pride. The symbol was common within Celtic and ancient Germanic cultures and was later adopted by the Nazis for this reason. Odin's cross and sunwheel. One of the most popular symbols for neo-Nazis and white supremacists, first popularized by the Ku Klux Klan and later adopted by the National Front in England and others such as Don Black on his website, Stormfront, and the racist band Screwdriver to represent international, white pride, also known as Odin's Cross. The Celtic cross is used widely in many mainstream and non-racist cultural contexts. Throw the whole shit away. The Order, Bruder Schweigen, or Silent Brotherhood. Hail the Order, positioned above an axe in a Bruder whatever the fuck, crest and banner with the proclamation, "Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war." Founded by Robert Matthews in 1983, the group committed bank robberies, the bombing of a synagogue, and the murder of a radio talk show host. The group lives on through its imprisoned members who continue to propagandize from their cells. Orion. Hold on, I'm gonna stop right here because ain't it funny how motherfuckers, hold on, I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna bring it back. Ain't it funny how people always say it's not all white people, but I'm literally scrolling and I'm not even done yet, and I'm like halfway through the list. But all these white people are fucking racist, and people swear up and down that it's not all white people. But I digress. Hopefully y'all can see this. Orion, our race, our nation. White supremacists, neo-Nazis, racist skinheads, a racist slogan that emphasizes racial ties are paramount to all else. Christian identity, adherents like it because it is compatible with their belief that white people are descended from the ancient tribes of the Kingdom of Israel. There's even an identity Ku Klux Klan group based in Alabama known as the Orion Knights of the Ku Klux Klan. So when I say that the Bible teaches white people superiority complexes, that's what it is, man. And it's all fictional bullshit. Like that shit is crazy. Peckerwood, also known as wood. Currently, the term is used to refer both to white youths with loose ties to white power gangs in and out of prison, as well as to actual skinhead gangs who have incorporated Peckerwood into their name. The various PW gangs appear to be concentrated largely in California, where they participate, in the methamphetamine trade and have ties to other white supremacist gangs, such as the Nazi lowriders. Phineas priest symbol, see Old Testament Numbers chapter 25. Most Phineas priests are adherents of Christian identity, a racist and anti-Semitic religion. The concept of Phineas priesthood comes from a 1990 book by white supremacist and Christian identity follower Richard Kelly Hoskins. He describes a continuous priesthood of avengers who throughout the centuries have committed violent acts in order to defend racial purity and God's law. How convenient. Posse Comitatus, I guess. I don't know. Sheriff star with a noose, sword, and book in the center, and the word Sheriff's Posse Comitatus, an anti-government movement active in the 70s and 80s, many of whose leaders were Christian identity adherents and whose ideology formed the basis of later groups, such as the Montana Freemen. The posse died away in the 1980s, but former James Wickstrom restarted it in the 1990s solely as a white supremacist group. Racial Holy War. The expression racial holy war signifies the battle that white supremacists believe will pit the white race against minorities and Jews and lead to Aryan rule over the world, primarily used by the World Church, of the Creator, WCOTC members. Mind you, most of these white supremacist groups are Christian organizations. So, how that happened? Screwdriver symbol. The white power band, Screwdriver, and his now deceased leader, Ian Stewart, rest in peace, are legendary within the white supremacist and racist skinhead movements. Although the band fell apart after Stewart's death in 1993, many white supremacists and racist skinheads pay tribute to Screwdriver by sporting Screwdriver tattoos and by wearing Screwdriver pins, patches, or clothing. Spiderweb, generally used by racist convicts. The spiderweb design tattoo is often found on the elbows, arms, or under the arms of racists, who have spent time in jail. In some places, one apparently earns this tattoo by killing a minority. However, the meaning of this tattoo has become so vague that non-extremists sport this tattoo unaware of its symbology simply because they like the design. Fuck all that. They know what the fuck they doing. SS Bolt. Nazi symbol signifying the Schwarzstaffel, Heinrich Himmler's police forces, whose members range from agents of the Gestapo to soldiers of the Waffen SS to the guards at concentration and death camps. The symbol is frequently seen in neo-Nazi tattoos and graffiti and characterizes the beliefs of neo-Nazis and racist skinheads, violence, anti-Semitism, white supremacy, and fascism. I don't know how to speak German. Also known as brown shirts, stormtroopers, stylized letters S and A combined within a circle. The S is similar to a lightning bolt with an arrow on the bottom, an emblem used by Hitler's brown shirts, which were paramilitary units used to intimidate political opponents. Excuse me. I'm almost done, y'all. When European governments began banning the display of Nazi or neo-Nazi symbology, such as the swastika or SS lightning bolts, many neo-Nazis turned to less well-known symbols from Nazi Germany. I think this is about, well, it's almost done. It's just a lot of racist shit. We already know about the swastika. We ain't got to talk about that. Thor's hammer, a vaguely hammer-shaped symbol resembling an anchor in Norse mythology. Thor is the god of thunder, blah, blah, blah. Is adopted, especially racist practitioners of Odinism, displayed by white supremacists in the form of jewelry, tattoos, and clothing because they believe that Thor's hammer signifies the strength and purity of the Aryan race. Three-bladed swastika. It's just a variation of the same shit. White Aryan resistance. White ever, one eye, and crossbones. Headed by the banner War. War is a neo-Nazi skinhead organization that espouses white separatism and hatred towards Jews and other minorities. War, led by Tom Metzger, is based in Fallbrook, California. White Revolution, a group formed in 2002 by Billy Roper to act as an umbrella coalition of racial activists from every pro-white organization, determined to provide a central organizing structure in which members of different organizations could work. Can work together to preserve the white race. Wolf's Hook. Hold on, let me stop there because I'm tired of the media calling us black extremists whenever we try to talk against like racial inequality and stuff. And let's not fear that label no more because it says that this group was formed in 2002. They've been organizing since probably way before that, but since 2002, we're late in the game. So fuck all that fucking extremist bullshit. Like I don't want to die by the hands of a fucking racist ass bitch. So if I feel like organizing with a bunch of black people who feel the same way that don't want to be victims, I'm not a fucking criminal. I'm smart. So I'm no longer scared, and I'm not gonna keep talking. No, well, I've never been scared, but I'm no longer going to be cautious about when I talk about us separating and us building our own and all that. I'm not about to keep sugarcoating shit. They trying to kill us. They don't give a fuck about us. Nobody gives a fuck about us on this planet, so we have to give a fuck about ourselves. That victim shit is over. Period. Wolf's Hook, Doppelhacking, or whatever the fuck. Look out for that symbol. I'm not about to read that bullshit. World Church of the Creator, WCOTC, a W representing the white race in a crown, a halo above, signifying the group's belief in the elite. Excuse me. Every time I read this shit, I'm sure my ancestors are shuddering. Belief in the elite and sacred nature of the white race. The white supremacist organization led by Matthew Hale, currently incarcerated and based in East Peoria, Illinois. And I know somebody that's around there, so she got to be safe. Defines itself as a religion established for survival, expansion, and advancement of the white race exclusively. All right, we're almost at the end of this. Zog, Zionist occupied government, Jewish occupied government, white supremacist, anti-government extremists. These terms refer to the belief that the Jews occupy and control the government as well as the media. They kind of do. The letters often appear in a circle with a slash over it. SWP, Supreme White Power. Man, I almost threw up saying that. This is a common acronym used by racists to signify the ideological basis of white supremacist belief systems. Excuse me. Now, this is very important, okay? Because we know the eights to be infinity, but this is what they bastardized it. Excuse me, into. 14 words. We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white people. White children. The 14 words of this expression has become the battle cry and rallying slogan for the white supremacist movement. This expression was coined by the now imprisoned David Lane, a longtime racist and member of the Order, a far-right revolutionary group based in the Northwest. The eighth letter of the alphabet is H. 8 twice 88 signifies HH, shorthand Heil Hitler. I wonder how long it took them to think that up. The 11th letter of the alphabet is the letter K. Thus, 3 times 11 equals KKK. So look out for that, y'all. 33 over 6 and 311. I'm gonna restart that over. The 11th letter of the alphabet is the letter K. Thus, 3 times 11 equals KKK or Ku Klux Klan. 311 is sometimes used as a greeting to demonstrate membership in the KKK or simply sympathy with the Klan and its ideology. There's also a popular rock band with the name 311, which is not at all hate oriented. 33 over 6. 33 is 3 times 11. So they're using numerology. You see how they're inherently evil. So they use our sciences to make hateful shit against us. But anyway, I digress. Since the 11th letter of the alphabet is K, 3K signifies KKK or Ku Klux Klan. The 6 signifies the 6th or current era of the Klan. Last but not least, and we gotta stop celebrating this shit because of this, and we gotta stop saying this shit. 420. The anniversary of Adolf Hitler's birthday is also used as a tattoo by racists and neo-Nazis to affirm their belief in the ideals of National Socialism. 5 words. This numerical represents the expression 5 words, which signifies I have nothing to say. Alex Curtis, a San Diego-based white supremacist who coined the phrase, believes that white racists in the United States should use the 5 words to demonstrate a code of silence and to help avoid prosecution by law enforcement. And just so y'all know that I'm not bullshitting, the source, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Joint Terrorism Task Force. Boom. So, long story short, it's time to stop fucking around. It's time to stop pretending like it ain't no fucking silent race war going on. And we need to start protecting ourselves. We need to start protecting our families. We need to start living like it is what it is, pretty much. It's sad to say that we are living in this time where, the racial shit never stopped, but we are living in this time where shit is about to boil over and shit is about to spill over, and it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. Like, we can't be fearful, we can't be trusting, we can't be like, oh, I don't want this to happen because it's happening. And we don't know if shit is going down right now and they're just not reporting it. We don't know. All we know is people out here trying to kill us. So we need to protect ourselves. Whether that's protecting yourselves with weapons, protecting yourself with knowledge, that's up to you. Whatever you want to do. Me, I don't want to be a victim either way. I don't want my mentality fucked up, and I don't want to be physically harmed. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to safeguard both. So we need to take responsibility for our own lives and just know that when you're black, you are a target no matter where you at. I don't give a fuck how many white friends you have. At the end of the day, when shit pop off, they are going to choose their own. Period. Do not kid yourself and think that, oh, I've been friends with Billy for 12 years. If they say, nigga, if I see you hanging with a black, if I see you hanging with a black guy, I'm killing you and your family. Best believe they're gonna stop fucking with your ass. Period, point blank. Like, we gotta stop living in la la land. Like, I'm not like, man, look, protect them babies at all costs. I'm not saying go out and start shit. I'm not saying go out and tear up shit. But there is no reason why we should not have people patrolling our neighborhoods, making sure we okay. Making sure that we safe. There ain't no reason why each and every person on the block should not have a gun. Each and every person should not be checking on y'all neighbors, seeing if y'all good. If a lady is walking down the street to the store, it ain't no reason why she shouldn't have no escort. If your neighbors need some food, or you know that they go on hard times, you know, y'all need to start just making an extra plate. Just all types of communal type shit, because we are out here by ourselves, and we need to stop living as if this is not going on. Like, this is like, it's literally, shit is reversing. If y'all notice, shit is reversing back to the 30s, to the 40s, to the we're literally having public lynchings right now. Despite this pandemic, despite all this draining the swamp shit, niggas still getting killed. Like, it's cute to wear a mask, or it's cute to argue about policy and politics and whoop-de-wop, but we're still getting killed in the streets. Like, I don't see why other people don't see it. Like, I know I'm not the only one, but it's not enough people like me to feel that's feeling like, damn, we are in the middle of a fucking race war. People don't want to call it that. People don't want to acknowledge it. People want to still feel like, oh, it's not everybody. But like I keep saying, it's the ones that count, though. Yeah, okay, they arrest them, but they're not getting a death penalty. They're not getting killed, too. There ain't no public, like I honestly feel like if you kill somebody, that family member deserves to have your ass stand up to a wall and they shoot you, or do the exact same thing that you did to them. They should be allowed to do that to you. That's real justice. Not you just live, not you just live in a cell. What the fuck is that? Okay, you ain't got your freedom no more. Oh well, you still breathing, you still alive. Somebody is still dead. I just, man, I just don't understand. So, all in all, just run that shit back. Go send this video to as many people as possible. Let people study the symbols and do some deeper research, because I for damn sure are gonna look deeper into that. But I had to show, because I was kind of juggling, because I'm like this will probably put a bigger target on my back, but I'm black anyway, so it's a target on my back regardless, you know. So, you know, the ancestors or whatever spirit is guiding me, they told me, like, right, they still had their lives. That man didn't know he was going to die like that. Exactly. Like, when he woke up that morning, he didn't think, damn, I'm going to get snatched up, thrown on the ground, and have my neck crushed. Like, I hope he got to say that he he loves his family. Like, I hope they got to hear him say that. Like, I really do. Like, that's crazy. But I like I said, like I was saying, my spirit was not allowing me to sit on this information, especially after that happened. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of juggling with myself because I'm like, maybe this is something I just need to send to people and not just broadcast it out like that. Like maybe I feel like maybe I'm doing too much if I try to. But after that shit happened, I'm like, fuck it, because I have a responsibility to make sure that my people know. Like, that's my job. Like, in my small little corner of YouTube, anybody that I can warn or teach, I'm happy about. And fuck my personal safety as far as putting information out, because it needs to be said. If I'm divinely being pushed, and I'm divinely protected, so I have absolutely nothing to worry about. So I'm gonna be walking through this bitch like I'm untouchable, because I am, because my ancestors got me, and I already know I'm good. So, like, I don't know, but I'll say all that to say this: I love y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Please like, share, subscribe. Push this video as far as possible. All them symbols I broke down. If y'all need to rewind it and write that shit down and look it up yourselves, please do. And we're gonna end this with the same way that we always do, with love and light. Peace.